I used to hate the words good girl because it meant losing myself while pleasing others. But today, my 6-year-old daughter just redefined those 2 words for me. A few days ago, my daughter came to me and said, Mommy, I'm gonna be a good girl. And I told her, you don't have to be a good girl. You just be you, okay? And then she was insisting on being a good girl. So I thought, all right, let me just let her be. Later, I found out her definition of good girl means taking good care of herself, taking steps, doing things that make her feel proud. Because the next day, as she promised, she would wake up and brush her own teeth without me having to nag over again. She would dress herself up. She would get herself ready in the morning to go to school. She would make herself breakfast and she would clean up after herself and she would start organizing her environment. And at first, I had such a negative definition of what a good girl is. But as I was observing her, I realized, holy shit, she has a complete different definition of what a good girl is from me. And thinking, yeah, what if being a good girl means taking care of ourselves? What if being a good girl is doing things that make us feel confident? For a very long time, I had the story and the belief that being a good girl means suppressing my truth because I was often yelled at, I was often shamed and blamed or abused whenever I wanted to express myself, my truth, or my desire. So I learned that being a good girl means I had to suppress who I am, all of my truths. But now, learning from my daughter, I am learning a new definition. That being a good girl means taking care of me, taking actions that make me feel good about myself, and listen to myself, trusting myself, do things that make me feel confident. So if you're like me, having a negative definition of what being a good girl means, override it. Rewrite the story of what a good girl means. It's not about pleasing other people anymore. It's about pleasing ourselves so that we naturally have more love to give to other people without sacrificing ourselves, without suppressing our truth. And I'm sending you so much love.